Our students, Brian Proctor, and I am back, the art teacher. I forgot to throw that in there. And it's been a minute since you saw me. This video is kind of a long video. I started this video and I got sick, not the virus. I got a cold, and I put it down for about 3 months, give or take. And it's I haven't been sick for 3 months. I was fine the next day. I tell you in the video, but I was doing other videos, and then I ran across. I actually kind of forgot about it, and I ran across it, and I picked it up and I did it again, and I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with this thing? What am I going to turn it into? So my friend had told me about doing original characters. I guess that's the thing now. And so I decided to do a barbarian for you people that don't speak French. Heinrich, the barbarian. So yeah, it's kind of a long video because I did a lot of detail into it. So enjoy the video, and yeah, I'm back. Let's go. All right, let's see if we can do a big guy on with this picture here. People like to do big guys, big Hulk, kind of thick, muscular guys. Because if you do a team, you always have a big guy. So take a deep breath and let's jump into this. All right, so quick direction. Hopefully he'll fit on the page. Always do the head last. The head is not going anywhere. It's focused. I'm just drawing a little too light. As long as you leave enough room for the head is not going anywhere unless he has a hat or horns or something like that. Other than that, you should be good. So, and I'm still trying to feel it out. And I haven't really drawn in like 2 days, so I'm kind of rough. Kind of rough here. And two things about doing a big guy is one, you want to have big, thick wrists and exceptionally wide shoulders and a crazy big neck. You can work out all you want and develop everything, but your head will never get bigger. So just remember that. You have big shoulders. That's why usually, you know, these creatures like Hulk and Abominus and all these guys have little teeny heads because realistically, your head will not grow. So I want to have them tilt so that V right there where your neck comes down and makes a V, that's where your center line hits. And did I mention lats? You gotta have big lats too. So a way to make a guy big is just to actually make him round him off. Like the way I had this little square here, you just kind of just round it off. Just imagine like blowing it up with like a balloon or something. And then of course you got to have those big old lats right here. Did I just say that lats? You gotta have big lats, big traps, which is this, and big lats, which is this. Actual what do you call it? Actual anatomy lesson up in here. So I'm gonna take this out more. Like I said, it's gonna be a big guy. And I can make him bigger by making his head smaller or giving him bigger shoulders. And then it rounds off here. And the hand right there. And you got to have the big thighs. You got to have big thighs. It's just, you know, if you got a guy and he doesn't have big thighs, he's not big at all. So I don't think his feet are going to come off the page because when I have decided, hey, I'm gonna draw big, drawing large was also in my head. I could have drew small, about that big, and then still made them big, but you know, I did not. So, yeah. Big thighs. And I'm not supposed to be talking. That's why this is coming out kind of rough. I'm trying to feel it. Trying to feel that position. Feel the position. Big thighs. Yes, he does have big thighs. All right, let's see if I can fix this, because as I said, I'm drawing cold. As in, I didn't warm up. I should have drew something, and just kind of warmed up a little bit. Big delts, big biceps, triceps, forearm, and then a hand right here. Give a little more lat. Gotta give him a thick neck. I have to give him a thick neck. Let me spread these legs apart a little bit more. Almost like he's stepping out. Party tonight, if I can find my eraser, which eludes me all the time. This is not the one. This is a piece of one. Let's see. Big calf. Those legs are exceptionally big, but I'm trying to see, are they too long? Just bring his crotch down a little bit more. Okay, calf. Comes here, give him that calf. And so we have this coming here. Where is it coming here? Down. Abs. Okay, anyway. Take that arm out a little more. All right, again, let's take this arm out a little more, a little out to the side. Like if he's stepping in, his arm is going to be out almost like he's cocked it back, like he's about to fire them big 42 size guns up here. And let's put the fist like right here, give it a little bit of, what do you call that? Give it a little bit of something. Foreshortening. Tricep, elbow. It's gonna split here, right where that bicep goes in here. And then you're gonna have that hand. One, curving around. 2, 3, 4, and then of course they go in. So it's like doing a box for the most part. Where's it? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. You keep forgetting the number 4 finger. That's why it's good to have other extra color pencils, extra colors, so that you can do what you need to do. Hands are usually really big because if you're punching something, you're going to have a big hand for the guys. For the character. A little bigger, so I can make that lat a little wider. Give them a bigger waist, which goes into bigger legs. I'm sorry the feet went off. I'm looking at the legs. The legs might be a little too long for a big guy. Let me shorten them just a little bit. I mean, he could be tall, but usually the bigger you are, the shorter your arms are. You're kind of more stocky. The shorter arms, shorter legs, and they just use that and just give it more meat on that short leg, short arm to make them look big. Still not gonna get the foot in there though. Maybe. All right, so you gotta forgive me, guys. You don't know it, but I'm fighting a cold. I slept with my window open the other day, and it's just now hitting me. It's just like about 30 minutes ago, just like a cold or something, and just been stopping to blow my nose and trying to talk without doing that. And it's not sniffling, but you know, when you suck your nose, they're like, yeah, I'm trying not to do that as well. So people are like, oh, he got the virus. No, I don't have the virus. That's like with my window open. I'm somebody that sleeps with a fan. I always sleep with a fan. I know that some of you guys out there do the same thing too. I sleep with a fan. I cannot go to sleep without that fan. I will tell any woman before I get married, hey, I have to have a fan or this ain't gonna work. I don't care how good you cook or whatever, how much money you make. I'm not marrying you if you can't sleep with a fan. I know a lot of you out there too. Leave a comment. Let me know if you sleep with a fan or not. I have to have it. I don't know if it's a combination of the sound and of course the air on my head. I keep covered up. I cover my whole self up right up to like my forehead, I guess, and then the wind blows on top of that open part. I guess the top of my head, I guess. But yeah, I gotta have that fan. I just gotta have that fan. All right, so I'm doing a lot to this, and I should be showing you guys the slow-mo picture. If I can get this one the same, as I said, I'm drawing coal. So we'll stop right there, and I'll try to show you the slow-mo picture, slow-mo drawing, as soon as I shorten this leg up here. See, I'm not trying to be sniffling, but, you know, sometimes I really gotta sniffle. Well, that one goes in, comes out like that. All right, so let's show the slow-mo. The neck comes up, the head, like there. As soon as I blow my nose one more time. All right, so first thing I did is I cleared my throat. First thing I did was I leaned him forward. I'm going to try to draw this guy a little smaller, and maybe if he comes out better, forgive me for that, I'll use this one instead. So I leaned him forward, like he's kind of like taking that step. Like, yeah, what, say it again, I'll punch you in the face. So that's why I did this. That's why I did this, and I'll do this a little darker so it comes out. I did like that. So, and then you put you get the front line and the back line, then I'll put the torso in between there, and this is my lean. So from there, I'll get the center line like that, and remember, this is round. This is just like this. This is why I did this tennis ball. So that when you draw the torso, this is the chest, this is your abs, and this is that little line here, and this is the collarbone across here. So this is why I did this a while back. So just remember, this is the shape of this. If you draw a line across it, it's like that, and it's going down and going into the crotch. So from there, I did the tuna can, which is just the waist. It's just an oval, kind of like flat oval, kind of whatever. And then, yeah, and I'm going to keep for a while because this is like getting to me. It's going to be a NyQuil night. Then the upside down house. So at that point, he's leaning forward. And then you're going to get the collarbone. The more you lean forward, the more of a V this is going to take. Let's see, do this. If he is straight at you, this person straight at you, this collarbone here is going to go straight across. But when he leans down, you're going to see that curve of this. But being that it is the torso is not round, it's more egg shaped, you're going to get more of a curve. The torso is kind of like, it's like this, and you see that? Kind of like this egg shape. So it's not going to curve around, it's going to be more like that. The more you lean down, so the head will be here. And you have this collarbone here, which goes into the shoulders. So if it was like this and he was leaning straight up at you or standing straight up at you, it'd be more like that. So I always draw on my other papers, and I hate doing that. I don't want to do that, but sometimes I forget. Yeah, you're going to have to deal with my sniffly nose. Unless I stop right now and then come back tomorrow after I get my NyQuil. But I'm going to keep going for the time being. So he's going to lean just a little bit, so you're going to get a little bit of V. And then I'm going to put the head here. Keeping the head small, and we can always adjust later. So of course, this comes out. Collarbone is right over top of that delt. And the other delt is back here. So actually, we had them twisted a little bit more. Twisted to the side a little bit more. So that chest comes out here and around and ballooning it off. And the delts fit like, they cut in like this. And I keep looking up at something to show you as a reference. And since I'm arm's length of my big guy here, who's always sitting on my shelf, I was saying about the collarbone. The collarbone goes across here, but when you lean down, it takes more of that V shape, like that. And then this delt here, it comes in across. So whenever you're drawing the chest like this, the delt is going to cut across here, and it's going around the back. See how far this delt comes around with the light? So I can see it too. It comes all the way around back here. This is where the end of the delt is. So the more you lean him forward, the more of this delt you're going to see. And it's going to go around his back. So you can go back and sit up on the shelf now. Collect some more dust. And this is getting bad. And then you're going to have that big shoulder, which is your trapezius muscle. Yeah, see, now you guys can go to medical school. And that arm comes out, which is just an oval. And then this right here, you can just do this like this kind of almost like a circle. And then just put the fist at the end of that big circle like that. It's an easy way to do it. And then you just kind of slope it out a little bit later. So because he's twisted, you're going to put that other piece. You're going to see just a piece of this shoulder here. And his arm is going to be down here. And I think I would pose that little mannequin the same way and then let you guys see. And, you know, I use it every blue moon if I can't really see, if I can't really see a position. So there's the upside down. There's a little tunnel right here. It's going to go down and then curve in. And as I was saying, every blue moon I might, if I can't see a position, I'll use it, but I really don't use it. I just like the fact that it had good anatomy, good muscles to it. Now this guy's leaning more than this guy. So I'm going to pick him back up. I just saw it as I looked there over. So what you do is just kind of straighten it out a little bit. That's all. Straighten it out. Pull that neck up a little bit more. And pull that head up a little more. This, you have the little rib cage here. Part of that, part of the little rib cage here. What do you call that? I know it, but I can't think of it right now. The anatomy lesson. You have your obliques. Where this comes down and around. Let me get a little scrap piece of paper for you guys. Anatomy lesson 101. You have your torso. You have your chest, center line, chest here. Now you have your abs here. Now where this comes in here, you have your love handle. So it's kind of, you have your, goes down, stomach and goes down. You have your love handle, which are your obliques, and that goes right down into the crotch, which houses the man junk. So wherever this comes down, you're going to have this part go up like this. So you again with a magic marker. Hot in this room. So as I said, we got to, and I'll draw the rest. Here's my collarbone. Here's my delt. My arm here, the bicep, forearm. So my lats coming around, and that comes around like this because you have your ribs coming off of here. If your nipples were here, it would be kind of like at this point, like that diamond shape. Where this comes around, you have this, which is your abs, part of your abs, and then your obliques. Cut that. So it's gonna come around and it's gonna go back, and your obliques are here, and then your buttocks is right in here, and your legs muscles are right there. So you're gonna see some buttocks, but we always draw this as a whole piece, just a leg. So then you have your abs, and that's going to come around too. Just like all this is round, your abs are going to be round too. 2, 4, 6. You got the bottom ones. Actually, that's more, but that's okay. And then you just round that chest off, depending on how much the person worked out. And then you have this, as I said, it's cut in right here. And these are your delts. And then your shoulders are right they don't come way over here on your delt. They're like right here, over here. That's why if you want a bigger guy, you have to stretch him out more. You give him more collarbone, you bring that out more, and then you can put your delts here, and you give him more shoulder right here, and then there's a V right here that comes up, and then your head is right there, and then the rest of your neck. The bigger the person is, the wider the neck. Keep the head the same size. Yeah, today's anatomy lesson. And it's just pieces. Each one of this is pieces, and that's in my book that I did. It's just putting the puzzle together. I guess I don't remember how many pieces it was. It's like 25 or something, separate pieces. And it's just putting it together. Like I said, it's just like a puzzle. So this shoulder is going to be going back. This arm is going to go back here and come out here. Here's your hand. Legs and arms should be really simple. It's just getting the shape of it. And then one big oval here. One big oval there. Remembering your balance. Where's your balance at? The knee. This comes around. And I have them like stepping out. It's my knee. And the point of that knee is going to be right here. Because he is stepping forward. So this is going to be kind of flat. You have your big calf. And then your foot, and then that other foot there. So he is actually leaning more than this guy, which is good because, you know, he's taking that step, and that's because I did a lot more of this. And then push that head forward. It's not too terribly different. But yeah. So here's my head this way. It's my chin. It's my neck. This is still going to be the just a quick rough here. So as I said, that ab is going to come around. Since all this is round, you're going to bring that ab around. Bring that second one around too. And it's 2, 4, and 6 is supposed to be just this, but sometimes you can add that extra one just because. So it's got to follow that line. Remember that. And then you have that same way you had these obliques with my blue pencil. Coming from here and then going down here. It's going to be the same way over here. This is that part here. It's going to go around. So you're going to have this come down and then down here too. And as I say, the leg muscles comes up here, and then this is going to be part of the buttocks right there, but we just draw that as a whole. Have to have room for the man jump. Split the legs, get a little room in there. And I'll put the knee here, kind of facing. So you have your knee right here. You have this outer part comes here. You're going to have some of your skin come around and then straight down like that. And this goes right to the ankle. So if your ankle is here, this line comes down to your ankle. And then you have your calf here, and you're going to have a little bit, but this bulges out. You're going to have this out here, just a little bit on the side. And it comes here and goes down. So this guy is a little smaller than that guy because his legs are smaller, but yeah. And then there's that big metal piece that separates the two. All right, sorry about that. For me, if I catch a cold, it comes on within like an hour. I'll start to feel it and I'll start sneezing. And sneezing is that's my like the warning sign for me, because my nose will start running and getting stuffy. So I am going to probably just cut this, go get my NyQuil. If I get NyQuil in me fast, it usually works overnight for me because I'm not a drinker. So the alcohol in the NyQuil will actually knock it out. So if I can catch it like early, then I'm good to go. If I wait too long, then I gotta suffer for a couple days. So right now, and this might come out better than that one, so I should use that one. But since I started this one, I'll keep this one. But this will make a good picture itself. I still have to dress this. I forgot all about dressing this guy. One more shoulder, arm, split there, and then we have this hand coming up, curving around. fingers here. Thumb comes up here, it goes across, and I'm going to sneeze again. Yeah. So let's throw a foot on here real quick, and then I'll call this one finished for the slow-mo, which wasn't really slow. This not slow motion drawing, but nation drawing. That foot is just crazy wrong, but that's okay. That's all right. It's on the ground. They're both balanced. So yeah, see, then this guy, he's like a nice oversized Captain America, and this guy's like a medium-sized Hulk, which I kind of wanted it a little bigger, make him thicker, but maybe when I put clothes on him, I have no idea what I'm gonna put on him. It'll get that way. So this is gonna be the hip right here, legs coming out here, hip right there, that leg, and I'm going to make this guy a little wider here. That's where that comes in, and this was the oblique chest, and then maybe bring that shoulder out a little bit more, or that delt. And again, if you dress your character, then there's no need for all of this. And I just remember that, and I told you guys, I'm cold. I'm starting out cold. I haven't drawn in like 2 days. So I had a nap after work because work is killing me. And I just kind of got up maybe like an hour ago, and now the cold is starting. And yeah, I'm going to leave this as is for tonight. Catch me some NyQuil, maybe eat some food or something. And then try to figure out what I'm going to put on this guy. I'm working on all these muscles just to cover it up, which is a waste. So, okay, let's get this guy out of here. This is the one we're using right here. And yeah, I don't want to sniffle anymore because that's a bad video when you're sniffling and trying to explain stuff. So, I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Well, for you it'll be instant, for me it'll be overnight. All right? Yeah, let's go. All right, I am back after many moons, many moons, and I will spare you the detail of how long it's been since I picked this thing up. But as I was looking at it, I was saying to myself, okay, now what am I going to turn this guy into? He's too small to be a Hulk. He's kind of like a Colossus size, but I didn't want to do a Colossus. So I have decided to do a barbarian for those of you that don't speak French. So I was looking at some barbarian pictures, and I just designed a costume for this guy. Nothing spectacular that will make the the evening news, but yeah, I'm gonna make this guy into a barbarian. So here we go, barbarian time. And I don't know if I'm gonna talk as I do it or just do it. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. There may be something I need to say. So yeah, this is an original character, original barbarian kind of guy here. I really didn't want to cover all the muscle work up because, did all that muscle work. Why would I want to cover that up? So this has got to be flat. It's not just straight down, It's got to curve over and around to give it that curve look. And then we have this part over here. It's going to curve around as well. That barbarian look. Barbarian. So that's going to come back and around. It's going to curve again. And I'm using the blue so that I don't get mixed up with the red. And if I did a pencil, the pencil would have too much glare. So there was something important that I wanted to say about something, but I forgot what it was, so I guess it wasn't important. So that's that, and I was going to put a big thicker pad over here, and something. I had a skull, but maybe I'll put a dragon or something there. that's part of his charm. And all the barbarian little images that I saw, they all had like a little fur thing around his neck, and I was like, I don't want that little fur thing around his neck. They had some kind of cloth that just went around his neck, and you know, like a big old fuzzy turtleneck kind of thing. And I didn't like the looks of that, not for this guy. So, and because this arm is showing more than that arm, I wanted to put a big kind of gauntlet. It wouldn't be a gauntlet, it would be a big something over there. As I said, a dragon or something, but for me, I think it'd probably be just easier to do a skull. This guy have a big skull over his delt, and I have to deal with the skull. Figure out how I'm going to place the skull. And realistically, you want to make it so the person can move, like lift that arm up. Because I remember. And it was the funniest thing. I don't know who book it was, but the guy was like this. I'm going to show you the guy's armor. Okay, this is just a quick guy here, right? This is the guy. This is his body. He had armor. What was it? How was that thing? And it was like, was it on his arm? It was like this on both arms. And I was like, the way that the rest of the design, it was looking cool. But I'm like, as soon as he lifts his arm up, he's going to stab himself in the head with that armor. And I don't remember at any time in that book did he lift his arm up. It might have been out front or something, but he never lifted his arm up, because he definitely would have stabbed himself. Because if you have armor right here on your arm and it's pointing up like that, the second you put your arm out, you know, you're stabbing yourself in your head. You know, and maybe it'd come through if you stabbed yourself hard enough. Focus, please. Yeah, so yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Like I said, the suit was kind of cool, but he didn't give any thought to the armor. And I think that was back in the days. I think it was an Image book back in the days when they were just so hungry to make new characters that this guy didn't even think about what he was doing. So, but he had a book in Image, so it didn't really last long. I guess anybody with good sense could say, this guy will stab himself as soon as he lifts his arms up. And they figured out it's probably not going to work. So it didn't last long. But then again, I wasn't really out there looking for the next issue of it. I was at one point I started collecting first issues just because I figured, you know, one day maybe this stuff will be worth something. Never seen it again. So he's got bands around the arm, and he's got that leather that's the animal fur, because that's what barbarians wear. And of course it's around the wrist as well. So he's got the two straps. Same over here. And then more fur. And then another strap right in there, which you won't see. And I said I couldn't just leave his fist like that, so I had to put some kind of weapon. So what I'm going to do is where's that thumb? How's that thumb go? That movie style Wolverine type of weapon. The one where you hold it in your hands. So he's got this thing in his hand. Hands, knives, they're going to be like knives. Where is it going to come around? Where's the other end? So it goes through is here, comes around inside. Here. And then, are you still getting this? Big kind of barbarian blade. Maybe I'll shape it up a little bit differently. I'm just coming up with this on the top of my head, off the top of my head. Maybe have a little thing there, so if he hits somebody from the side, you can stab him. Typical barbarian weapon. And he's going to have one here too, so this one is going to be in this hand. Coming out here, make it straight. And then the blade is going to be, how's that blade? How do I have that thing? Okay, so this is going to be straight up and in. Straight up and in. Point it. It's going to be over the hand more. So here's this. This is going to come over the hand. Comes out, comes out. So the center is going to be right there. No, that's got to be right here. So that's got to be more flatter. But you get the point. You get the point. Huh? See what I just did? Point, blade. So that blade has got to be like this. So I would say giving it room. Maybe even have it up here more. I'll work with that. The blade has to be pointed to him, or it might even just be flat. Somewhere like that. And it's time for me to break out a new eraser. All right, so continuing on with the barbarian clothes, barbarian. Thick, real rawhide leather belt. And then of course he's got to have the clothes, the fur. And then make that belt come out wider so you can have more fur here. Yeah, boy. Everybody in my universe has straps, so that's a given. Got to go around the leg. It's got to be round, not straight across like that. So initially it was on both legs, or it was only on this leg, and this leg was going to be blank, but since this leg is covered a little bit, I'm just going to put it on this leg. All the way around the leg and off. Then I had some knee pads, some I don't know how I'm gonna do the knee pads, but I'm gonna put them there anyway. And straps around the leg, which is going to be around this way. One down around the ankle. Same thing on this side. Knee pad. And I'm desperately trying to think about something I said I was going to say in the next video, and I really can't think of it. So must not have been important. Probably was, but I can't think of it. All right, so we got the Barbarian. We just had to put the detail in the clothes. I had some kind of little thing. I think I made the belt a little bigger. And I'm looking at my little rough sketch. And I had like some dice hanging down. Just because it's not really dice, okay? Just something hanging there just because, why not? So I think that's all I had. I had the straps. I was going to have like leather under the fur, but I think I'll just keep the legs. He had no shirt. He had this. That was going to be a skull. It still might be. So working on the face, I covered one eye with a patch. I gave him a beard like a Viking. His nose. I'm going to need a little more light over here. Sorry for the glare. But I promise you next year I will buy some glasses. I will be the proud owner of glasses. Is it patch? Like a Viking barbarian. And I said I was going to give him that thick Viking kind of mustache, beard mustache. Because you know, when you're a barbarian, you don't have time to go shave in the morning. Make sure that face is not crooked, too crooked. So that's going to come down over his mouth. Kind of looking like Sergeant Slaughter right now. Sergeant Slaughter back in the day, wrestling. For you older, or for you younger folks, I still need that. Too much glare. Not Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, Sergeant Slaughter didn't have a beard. Hulk Hogan had that white long beard, mustache. Didn't have the beard, it's the mustache. So I'll say that again. He's starting to look like Hulk Hogan. Not anymore. Just kind of like looking like almost with the bald head. He looks like what the heck is his name? The Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fury, Nick Fury. And I said I was gonna give it a nice long kind of pirate kind of beard. Some of the hair is going to be back and in, pull back. And in braids. Let's see if I can get away without the light. Maybe you can see it better. It's kind of weird though with that blue and red. Maybe I need my backlighting. is it behind the ear? Would it be in front of the ear? Here's the ear, so the hair is back here. It's long Viking pirate hair. And it's got to go behind the neck, not on the neck. I'm just going to give him the little things, the little braids. You know, when you have the long hair, you have the little braids in front. Like that, maybe on the other side as well. I don't want them to look too girly. Yeah, that ain't bad. That ain't bad, but I think I'll do without that though. Erase part of his eye patch. I'm gonna have that little cheekbone in there amongst the beard and beard. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with that and ink some details in here. This blade has got to be flat like this. It's got to come around like this and around like that. It's a perspective thing, which I haven't really gotten to too much. So this is going to be in. It's going to be in. And this is going to be connected to that. Has a blade go like this, and then where's this piece is connected here. I have to do that with a pencil to make it a little better and make that blade just a little longer. Center of the blade, which should be over to the edge and not the center. Throw that pencil, should be over to the edge. That more on this side and less on that side. Not too shabby for a barbarian. I should have like some kind of little holsters for him to put his knives in, but that would probably go on his back. If I did like a leather holding case that could be hooked to the belt on both sides of his back. But if you did not hear me say what these were, you wouldn't know what these were. So if I put an opening to where the thing slides in at, the unknown knower would know what these really were. The hold his sword, so you can just pull them out from his back or from behind his back, not pull them out of his back. Okay, so I think that's it as far as design wise, other than some detail which I will figure out as I go along. I still need this. I said I was going to do a skull. So what does a skull look like? Let me look at my Mr. Skeleton up here. All right. So if I took all this out, and I'm just working with the blue, maybe a little easier. Skeleton. And it would just be the top half anyway, like where the teeth are. So that's going to come out up. What is that? Nose. And the eyes. Make it a little bigger. And this piece here comes down to this actually. That comes over in and over to the teeth. Which are right under the nose, so remove that and show his arm. And actually should have been way above that arm. Let's put some teeth there to see what that would look like. Would that look just stupid, or maybe I should change the whole thing or redo the layout of it. I kind of do like the whole skull thing. So, okay, let's do this one more time. Center. That is actually below. Tormented skull. But you know what? No teeth. It's not a real skull. It's just meant to be a skull, looking like a skull, Brian. So that's all you need. It's just armor. My straps are looking a little flat around that arm. Much better. Fuzzy boots. Or fuzz around the boots. So that's there. Fuzz around here. Maybe some straps. Fuzz around here. Goes in there and fuzz here. So what's that about? Okay, that's what we have so far. Now, if you are wondering what kind of blue pencil this is, it's the very same as the red pencil, except it's blue, and what's the name is a little worn out. I'll have to pull out the box. All right, so it's as far as I can go pencil-wise for the most part. And so I'm going to ink this, and I'm not really going to say anything just so that I can get this in fast motion, because I'm going to put a lot of detail. Let me see how much detail I can get in here. I'm going to be like the professionals and just put a crap load of detail in this thing. So it's going to be fast motion and just sing along. Yeah, sing along. All right, so fast motion. barbarian. I was sitting here trying to think of a name for this guy, but you know, Heinrich. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of detail in this, and I think maybe I'll color it. Maybe not this particular video because I know this is going to be a long one because of all the detail. So yes, this is my barbarian original character. So for all you original character draws out there, that's basically all I do is original characters. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this cat here. And as I always say, I could keep playing with this thing forever and then mess it up or improve it. But do you want to take the chance to figure out which one is going to come first, the improvement or the mess up? So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up to help my channel grow. And yeah, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. If you are an artist and you know artists out there that are striving to become better, please give them a direction. Point them to my channel so they can look at some of the stuff and maybe get a few tips and pointers on how to become a better artist. So I'm going to ramble because I'm just kind of like fishing for words to say. I will see you guys in the next video with the next drawing. So I can't think of anything else. I'm going to color it later. So other than that, I'm out. Later.